student. Now, let me help you to distinguish and discuss the interrogation and interview. First, let's talk about the interview. So, interview is the questioning of a person believed to possess information that is relevant to the investigation of a crime or criminal activities. So, when I say interview, we have to take note that when we use interview, we usually administer it to a witness or a victim. So, for the witness, its focuses on gathering information about the crime itself, such as the perpetrator's identity, the sequence of events, and any physical evidence. And then, to the victim, it focuses on the victim's emotional state, their experiences, and any immediate medical or psychological needs. And also, an interviewing a witness and victims is a sensitive matter that requires carefully handling. So next is the cognitive interview. So, cognitive interview, it is a form or technique in the conduct of interviews upon willing and cooperative witnesses, or they are given the full opportunity to narrative their accounts without intervention, interruption, and inference from the interviewer. So, when we say cognitive interviewing, it is a technique to be used by the law enforcement and other professionals to improve the accuracy and completeness of eyewitnesses' method. So, it is just helping the witness recall the exact event during the incident that they may have initially forgotten. That's all for cognitive interview. So, in interviewing, there is a golden rule, and that is they never conduct or let anyone conduct an interview if the interviewer has not gone to the crime scene. So, based on what I understand of the golden rule, so when conducting an interview, the questionnaire should be an argument, the facts and conditions at the crime scene. The questioning will lead wayward for the interviewer who had not seen personally the crime scene, and he will not be in a position to distinguish the truths and exaggerations of a falsehood from the answers of the persons being interviewed.
Now, let's move forward to qualities of a good interviewer. Rapport, which means kanang kuan ba? Kanang kanang nay kaugnayan. Na siya kaugnayan and kanang a good sense of understanding and trust. That's the mean of rapport. If you have a good rapport with your neighbors, you won't mind to kick out your mo na examples. So kung kanang kanang dapat na ang good ang qualities sa kanang good interviewer, dapat naa siya kaugnayan, dili kay kana bitaw basta-basta lang. Dayon, forceful personality. Inana po dapat ang good interviewer, forceful personality po na siya. Knowledge of human behavior, kana po isa po na sa qualities sa good interviewer. Dayon, conversational tone of voice. O kana. Dayon, common interest. Dapat na po siya interest ana. Ang good interviewer, dapat na siya interest sa iyang gibuhat. Dili kay basta-basta na lang. Acting qualities na po na. Humiliations, samot na. Then, let's move also forwards and reason why witness refuse to talk and testify. Kadalasan, ang mga witness mahadlok mo kanang balibad nganong dili sila mo kanang mo witness bisan kanang sila unta mo qualified nga mag-witness. Nganong mo refuse man gyud sila. Naani mga reason. First, fear of reprisal. Fear of reprisal, which means kanang kuan ba? Lang. Fear of reprisal kanang mahadlok bitaw sila nga kanang silutan, kanang mahadlok sila nga sila mo oy duot ana nga case mo nang madlok ang mga witness nga kanang mo mo istorya ba mo tugan. Second is fear, great inconvenience kanang mahadlok ba estado sa usa ka pananglitan nga kanang makuan bitaw kanang ang kasamok mahadlok kanang naglikay ba sa kasamok mo nang ang witness mahadlok pod mo istorya mo witness in the sa case kanang sa usa ka case mahadlok ang isa ka witness nga mo stand mo pa mo tindog na isa na sa kuan reason. Third is hatred against the police. Hatred against the police kay kanang pagdumot kanang nagdumot siya sa kanang police ba kanang siya kasuko or kuan mo nang di siya mo witness mo nang di siya mo storya refuse to talk ang isa ka witness. Next is bias of a witness kana bitaw kanang having friendly feeling towards a person over or favoring a certain position based upon a familiar or employment relationship kanang kuan siya mas kampi siya dito sa pikas kana or na siya makuha or something ana muna akong pasabot pagsabot bay kanang favor siya dito sa pikas nga side bisan og ang side na, ang iyang nakita favor rin siya diri so mao nang mo kuan na lang siya mo dili na lang siya mo istorya mo stand mo talk.
Good morning, sir. My name is Elsabi Sumaklobi, Screen Tracy. My topic assigned is common technique evidence witness to talk and testify. Many of these witnesses want that they will not be utilized as a formal witness but to remain anonymous. Many witnesses do not want to come forward as formal witness due to fear of possible retaliator or abuse. So, dili sila makaako og tugan sa ilang nakita kay mahadlok sila. So, that's why the proper to remain anonymous and keep their identities private. This stage of handling the interview. First is preparation. So, kinahanglan kung magkuan kag usa ka interview is formal, naka-formal attire ka tapos so kinahanglan nakaandam na ka sa imong mga question so dapat sa preparation is andam na ang imong kaugalingon para ana nga interview. Number 2 is approach. So kinahanglan pud ka nga mo approach sa imong gi-interview nga tawo dayon kung okay ka ba siya nga interviewhon or dili. Next is cognitive interview. So, kung mosugot na siya nga interviewhon, so diha nimo hinahinayon og pangutana kung naa ba siya kalabutan sa maong panghitabo. Next, roles in questioning. First, one question at a time. So, kinahanglan kung mag-interview ka, kinahanglan usa ka gyud nga pangutana ang imong ipangutana sa iya. Second, avoid. Third, simplicity of question. Fourth, saving props in bracing. 5, yes and no answer. Next, F, types of witness according to their attitude. First is no nothing type. Second is disinterested type. So dili siya interesado nga musulti og tinuod. Third is the drunken type. So murag hinubog bitaw ang sinultian nga bisan asa lang siya moabot, bisan dili or bisan walay labot sa maong pangutana. 4 is suspicious type. 5 is talkative type. So daghan kayog mga tabi pero dili tugma bitaw sa imong mga pangutana din mo deny pa bitaw siya bisan nakabalo siya nga ug daghan kay siya mga alibay aron malikaya niya ang maong pangutana.
6. Honest witness. This is the truthful and cooperative witness where is the investigator could rely upon with little or no problem in handling of them. 7. Deceitful witness. This is a liar type of witness. Let him lie and order him to repeat several times their narration. 8. Timid witness. This is a shy witness. The approach must be friendly and reassuring confidentiality of their information. It should be hidden from the devouring press by interviews or photo sessions. 9. Boasting, egoistic, or egocentric witness. They will be good witnesses because of their ability of expressing their accounts of the commission of a crime. Lastly, number 10, refusal to talk witness. So this is the most difficult subject to deal with. Find out the reason of his personality such as trauma, shock, fear, hatred, and others.
Hello again. I am back. I am the assignment to discuss the interrogation. So, interrogation, the vigorous or aggressive questioning of a person suspected of having committed an offense of a person who is reluctant or willing to make a full disclosure of information in his possessions, which is pertinent to the investigation of a criminal case. So, when we say interrogation, it is one of the most difficult and most interesting phases of criminal investigation and detection. It is a confrontational battle of which between investigator and the suspect. It is a mental combat where the weapon is intelligence in the use of the art. So, we have to take note that interrogation is an administered through the suspect are reluctant, and in securing the first admission is the best stumbling block in dealing with that suspect.
Golden rule of interrogation. Make him admit something no matter how small or trivial. Usually the first admission will lead to another. Confession distinguished from admission. Confession. It is a direct acknowledgement of guilt arising from the commission of the crime. Admission. It is an acknowledgement of facts or circumstances without accepting guilt. Kinds of confession: extrajudicial confession and voluntary extrajudicial confession. So, extrajudicial confession, it is a confession that is made by the suspect during custodial investigation or those confessions that are made outside of the court. In Section 3, Rule 133, Rules of Court stated that extrajudicial confession, it is not sufficient ground or for conviction. An extrajudicial confession made by the accused shall not be sufficient ground for conviction unless corroborated by evidence of corpus delicti, body of the crime. Types of extrajudicial confession: voluntary extrajudicial confession and involuntary extrajudicial confession. Voluntary extrajudicial confession. This confession is voluntary when the accused speaks of his free will and accord without any inducement of any kind, with a full and complete knowledge of the nature and the consequences of the confession. So, involuntary extrajudicial confession, this confession obtained through force, threat, intimidation, duress, or anything influencing the voluntary act of the confession.
Good morning everyone. My name is Aika B. Panghasian and this is my topic the techniques of interrogation. First is emotional appeal. So, emotional appeal it is techniques that wherein the investigator combines skills, have a skills or has a actor and psychologist, or he addressed the suspect with emotional appeal of confessing or confessed. So the second one is a sympathetic approach. This techniques is the investigator were kana laging mag-question sila, most dig deep of his part or trouble and opportunity events in the suspect life or unsay kwan sa life sa suspect, and offer a help, kindness, and kana laging kwan kanang to win this cooperation. The third is friendliness. Kwan kani siya is kanaging friendly cooperation sa suspect to for posture, sincerity to kwan lagi sa suspect to og mag-confess na siya nya na. So the fourth one is tricks and bumps and pretense of solid evidence against the accused. So this techniques is the investigator daw is will both and both the suspect to he will not confess or there enough evidence to send him to the jail. So if he will confess, the investigators will kana laging pwede na siya madala sa jail or sa kuan anya na. So the weakest link among the all suspect, there must be a careful selections of who among them is the weakest link where the interrogation will begin. Pangtaon daw nimo og kinsa ang pinaka weakest, pinakahinay sa mga suspects. So by tricks and bluff, this weakest link will be told that his companions have already confessed. Nya na. So that this weakest link is had a death or fetal bluff, and that is received the lion's share of the lot of order to interrogate him. Yan na. To interview him. So yan na. So drama is the weakest link, maybe use of fake pain by ordering him to shout, to complain, by yana lagi ka nang magkuan sila, example nag-interrogation sila for the suspect, and then kanang nagdrama-drama lagi sila dito nga gibunog na siya yana to confess the suspect. So yana ilang pamaagi. Next is the feeling contact with family members. So the suspect could be tricked that the investigator has gone to the to the residents and the family members that supplied facts against suspect. So the suspect's family will be dragged into the investigation if the suspect will not confess. So ingani siya kanang wala gi ingato then paon sa investigator ang family sa suspect then dalon dito sa dito sa hassle nag-investigation then to may more tricks and valves will deepen of the imaginations of the criminal investigation each particular situation. So yan so sunod is the lineup is the complement witnesses or victim is rescue to point positively and suspects who is among the person in the Philippines lineup. So the witness, victims, or complainants were previously coached about the identity of the suspect. So revised lineup. Suspect is the place among the person in a lineup and he is identified by the several complainants or witnesses who will associate the suspect to other several crimes. So this is an example kana laging pa sila I think kanang palarayon sila dayon na dito ang complainant or witnesses nga mo determine sa ilaha nga kana day siya mao na siya nagkuan sa crime nagbuhat. So yan na akong pagpasabot dayon. Next is the stream approach. The investigation displays extreme personality towards the suspect. So yan na. So next is the practice of physical evidence. So this physical evidence is the kanaging nagkuan siya og laboratory or scientific to findings or pointing to the suspect. Yan na pinagi sa laboratory. Ang jolting, so next is the jolting is the questioning process. Sa questioning process of investigator select the right moments to shout a pertinent question in an apparent righteous courage. The suspect nervous will break the confession para daw mo kuan lagi daw para mo kuan ang suspect. So yan nilang pamaagi.